If I lost all my wealth, what would I do? So basically, if I lost everything, the first thing I would probably do is cry. And then I would get really depressed and probably go see a doctor after a couple months for some antidepressants. Then I would probably just mope and become more like an Eeyore, like that donkey in Winnie the Pooh that just complains about everything. And I'd probably let that ruin my life forever. Or not, like that would be totally crazy. Why would you do that? Some of us live in a world where our circumstances and our results determine our happiness. I think that's kind of crazy talk. I think that's kind of crazy because the reality is emotions, if you want, you can just let the circumstances of life determine the way that you feel, or you can realize the truth, which is that you're always the one choosing your emotions. It's just that some of you have a pattern that it's like when crap happens, you have a pattern to feel crappy and you feel bad. But dude, when crap happens, is it possible to feel happy? Yes, it is. So if I lost everything, I think the first thing I would do is I would choose to be happy. I would choose to do something fun. I would choose to find something that I could celebrate because whether I have money or not, whether I have wealth or not, I just like feeling good. And I think feeling good is one of the things that we're really after in life, is doing the things that create happiness, fulfillment. So that's the first step. And if you ever had something crappy happen to you, maybe you know personally what it's like, I do, to create a story of victimhood and then to enroll other people and to start complaining and whining, and all of a sudden you start having bad days. Dude, those are personal choices. Crap happens to everybody, but some people let it define them and some people move past it. So step one, I would move past it. Second of all, I would build wealth really, really wicked fast, faster than I ever have before. Not because I would be motivated to catch up, but because I'm simply capable of making a lot of money fast. So here are the specific things that I would actually do. The first thing I would do is, if I lost everything, is I would put together a document of all my past results before I lost everything. I actually already have this document, and it would show all the houses I've done, all my successful deals, all the money that I've made. And what I would do is I would probably go and find people that have lots of money, and I would say, check out my track record, check out my results, and I'm going to do it again. And I want to know if you want to join me for the journey. We can be partners. We can partner in some way, 50-50 or whatever it's going to be. And what I would do is I basically recruit a bunch of people with money that believe in my results. And then I would go find opportunities. I would present it to them, and boom, we'd be back in business doing deals again. Here's the reality. I don't know how to not be a millionaire. I hope someday I know how to not be like 100 millionaire or a decamillionaire or a billionaire or maybe whatever that is. Because the reality is, right now, I certainly know how to be a multimillionaire, and it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with the first thing that I shared, which is just, how do you process life? How do you feel about life when it happens to you? Are you in charge? Are you letting life dictate your emotions? Because I'm going to tell you that people that feel crappy emotions, they have problems. They can't find solutions. So step number one is to always be positive, only because I like being happy, not because really honestly for any other reason, is I like the way that I feel, but also positive people find solutions. They solve problems. They create big answers. They create big whys. They create big results. So I'm going to keep my attitude together, keep my stuff together. And then step two is I'm going to go find people that have money, and I'm going to go find the opportunity. I'm going to marry the two of them together, and boom, guess what? We're out doing something. Take what's going on in my life right now. I just finished completing and signing on one of the biggest real estate deals in my life. It's this big convention center. And let's say I lost all my wealth and that was the only deal on the table. I would have other people put their money in, and I would sell them on the goodwill of my results. Now, how this can be useful for you is you have to have results to sell in the first place. So you should check out some of my videos that deal with, this is how you buy a home with less than $5,000. And this is how you buy real estate, not necessarily with your money or maybe with other people's money. Because in time, if you keep your nose clean and have a few successful transactions, what's more important than the money you make in the beginning, your first million, for me, that doesn't matter. Who I am matters. The track record I create matters. The results of my deals matter. So what I would recommend is find a way to get your next deal or your next 5 deals under your belt clean, with good results and good outcome. If you have that good track record, you'll find other people with money that value that will say, you put in the work, you find the opportunities, we'll split it 50-50, we're off to the races. So I guess in summary, if I lost everything, I would throw a party and then I would just get back to it and go make it happen again. You know, the cool thing, the reason why if a millionaire loses their money, if they were the one that truly created it, they'll make it right back because they know how they did it. And frankly, that is why I've created this channel for you. I'm sharing with you everything I've learned about creating wealth. And my hope is that one of these videos, one of these ideas, or even many more, will be useful to help you live the life of your dreams. Make sure you subscribe, check you out on the next video, and we'll see you then.